Okay, I think everything's working. Hello, hello. More ESO. We're heading back into Summerset. Let's get loaded up. Last time we defeated Nocturnal, brought an end to her evil plans to remake creation, which would have been bad, I suspect. So we were having to head off. We were heading off to see the Proxy Queen to try and convince her to put guards on the gatehouse to the Crystal Tower. New daily reward.
Greetings, my good friend. An excellent selection.
Okay, what do we got? Alright, whatever.
Pakruti can see a lucky aura around you today. He is sure you will get something good. And all you need is a crate. You can purchase one from the store, and then we can begin.
Or not.
Until next time.
Location. Inventory, got some new stuff. We have a champion point. Let's spend that. What are we going to spend it on? Decrease enemy's health, magic and stamina. 1.49 seconds. That's not too bad. Have been using my roll dodge more often lately. And I was alright, so talk to Oriandra, who's obviously in the tower. Where is she? Oh, there.
It's good to see you alive and well. Word has already spread about your daring exploits within the Crystal Tower. It's still a little hard to believe, truth be told. Of course, there's so much left to do. I already have a list as long as my arm.
Here's something else to do. We need a council of influential citizens.
That doesn't sound good. Is there another crisis I have yet to be informed about?
Yeah, we gotta protect the tower.
I'd almost rather deal with another crisis than try to convince the Sapiarchs. Still, it will be done. I'll even make sure to invite the Proxy Queen. Her palace should make for a suitable meeting place. Neutral ground and all that.
Oh yes, I need to find Sothasil. Yeah, where is the Clockwork God?
Sothasil's in his study, preparing to depart. He never seems to stick around for very long. I suggest you hurry if you want to catch him. I'll meet you in front of the Proxy Queen's palace in Alinor. Meet me there after you talk to Sothasil.
Okie dokie. Gold lamps are probably Sothasil's, yep.
Here you are again. I thought such an outcome likely. The time has come for my departure. I've always felt a sense of peace in Artaeum, but also discomfort. A consistent dilemma within me, which seems to have only grown. I'll be glad to get back to the Clockwork City. There's much to do.
Much to do?
While you confronted Nocturnal, I worked within the shadow of your efforts. Negotiations with both Clavicus Vile and Mafala were held, and a compromise was decided upon. The two have agreed to a compact, an end to their direct meddling.
That seems good. So does that mean they won't make trouble for us?
Knowing the nature of Daedra, I doubt that shall be the case. However, any direct interference within Nirn should cease, while the terms are met, of course. As for Nocturnal, it seems she's returned to the shadows.
She'll be back. Do you think she'll strike again?
Perhaps. She likely contemplates her next course of action even now, given such a defeat. It may be centuries before she makes another attempt. Then again, could be days. Such is the chaotic nature of the Daedric princes.
Before you go, Valtrin wants you to join a council she's putting together.
I must decline. Valserin may see me as an ally, but to Summerset, I am a foreign interloper. An enemy of the state. My participation would not be welcome. The need for my presence has come to an end, and so I must depart.
Well, thanks for all your help.
And so the gears turn once more. Ever changing, yet ever the same. With you always in the center, it seems. I take no pleasure in such distractions from my work. Still, I would not dislike it if we spoke again. Farewell.
Alright, go to the Royal Palace in Alinor. Could do that. Let's portal out of this tower. Now, let's head to the portal back to Summerset. Sorry, wrong place, wrong accent. man. Haven't seen that before. I just have to wait. It's good hearing the Bethesda's E3 presentation that there's going to be two more DLCs for Summerset this year. It's I like that. Ooh, that was a terrible shot. Go to Anor. Just wondering if I could just try cutting cross country. Let's try it, see what happens. Might discover something new on the way. Like a river that I probably can't ride across. Okay, sweet. Come on. Oh my gosh, I gotta get a new controller. This one really is boned. Excuse me. Found a road. Something up there. All right, okay. Should get the story quests sorted and then start knocking a load of these side quests on the head. Maybe I should have just used a way shrine. Any more dogs? Must have been here. Some coral dale. Check it out as we're passing. That's where we got the boat to the the little island. There's Alinor. Go to the royal palace. Right way. There's the stables. Yeah.
The Office of
Heel
Divine
splitter?
Prosecution
You
requires
say that's a
strong-minded assistance.
Yep, come on.
As I have said, the proxy queen is unable to hold
Actually
an
a
audience
member
with
of the
petitioners
city
at this
order?
time. There
It
are
must
other
be.
affairs that
There
require
must
her
be something
attention.
important going on to bring them out of hiding.
Hello.
Finally, you arrived. We were able to gather everyone together, but they've already started the meeting. Valcerin tried to make them wait, but the Sapiarchs demanded to know what was happening.
How's it going?
To be honest, not great. Even the Proxy Queen is hesitant to accept our request. As always, everyone's so worried about proper High Elf decorum that they refuse to see reason. I'm just not sure how we're going to win this one.
I can go and shout at them.
everyone's gathered in the council chamber. You should go inside.
Alright.
You can't make such demands. The Sapiarchs are the keepers of the Crystal Tower.
This is about more than the College of Sapiarchs, Lanatil.
If Raz could intervene, perhaps we should hear from our newly arrived friend.
We concur with Razumdar. Let us hear what the adventurer has to say.
Oh, gosh.
The Sapiarchs recognize your bravery on our behalf in Lalandril and within the Crystal Tower, but there is nothing you can say that will alter our thinking on this matter.
Yeah, without your magical wards, you need to keep people out, and you need to protect the tower.
So Valsarin claims. If this is true, the college shall institute new measures to protect the tower. That is well within our capabilities. The Sigic Order is responsible for all that has happened. Why should I trust them now?
They would have found a way, whatever.
Perhaps you're right, but the Sapiarchs did not cause these events. The Sigic Order did. My people died protecting the Crystal Tower. Why should I accept aid from the very Order that's responsible for their deaths?
Because without them, the tower would have fallen, and you wouldn't be here to argue.
Be that as it may, the Sapiarchs will continue to do as we always have. We shall protect the Crystal Tower. Entrusting that responsibility to anyone else is just far too dangerous a risk to take.
Except you can't do it on your own.
That's your opinion. You are a newcomer. I have no reason to believe that you have Summerset's best interests in mind. For all I know, you and the Sigic Order wish to use the Crystal Tower for your own purposes.
Ugh, high elves. You're making a mistake.
Our friend has proven their mettle time and time again. Raz thinks you should hear about these deeds. Oriandra, admit our guests now, yes?
What are you up to, Razumdar?
I will vouch for this adventurer. While I was blinded by prejudice and hate, their actions saved Shimmerine.
Wow.
Sapiarch, you know me. My son rejected the Queen's decree and suffered the consequences. This newcomer saved Relenthil.
We're all
Though
elves.
the Sapiarchs and Mages Guild do not always see eye to eye, you know my reputation. This adventurer saved my life, and I affirm their bravery and honor.
We have heard enough. We accept that the adventurer is trustworthy. Sapiarch Lanatil, listen to what they have to say.
I apologize for my assumptions.
So you should.
It's clear you've done much good for Summerset and its people. The protection of the Crystal Tower has been the Sapiarch's duty for time immemorial. To change that now feels like we failed.
We need to make sure the Crystal Tower is protected into the future, so we don't fail again.
I can't deny the truth of your words. Very well. Henceforth, the Sapiarchs will accept outside aid in order to best protect the Crystal Tower. I'll begin preparations immediately. However, I still refuse to allow the Sigic Order to participate.
As long as you have a plan.
I promise we will work with the Proxy Queen to make sure the Crystal Tower remains safe. I'll begin preparations immediately. We'll even allow the Divine Prosecution and the Mages Guild to participate in these efforts.
Sounds like a good idea.
Raz is sure there are many more details to work out, but for now, this one just wants a very strong drink.
If you would wait a moment, my friend, I'd like to talk privately.
No, I already know that. That's a shame. Okay.
Thank you for helping me win this last battle. While the Sijic Order will not be among those protecting the Crystal Tower, we will continue to observe from afar. And now, it's time for us to depart Summerset.
You're leaving? Is that wise?
We never meant to take such a direct role in events. We're observers, watchers. We lend a hand, guide fate, but never directly shape it. Besides, I need to return to Artaeum and take up the mantle of Rite Master, at least for a little while.
They appointed you Rite Master?
On an interim basis until we get beyond this crisis and can make a decision for the future. In the meantime, I want to atone for what the Rite Master and Lathan did. I owe Summerset that much, at least.
So that's it.
You're attuned to Artaeum and have a connection to the Sijic Order now. The portal will always be open for you, and you'll always be welcome on our hidden island.
Thank you. Man, it's not stealing and I can't... There's nothing good. But it's stealing out here. No?
Razandar, remove your furry seat from our throne.
After all Raz has done for Queen and Prime, you will deny him this small comfort.
Why Cousin Iren tolerates you, you never understand.
I love Raz. I like soul gems. Could do with those. Check out the palace and loot everything I can. If I can. I think I know that one. Yep. Gosh darn it. Everything I can loot I know. Why does a palace need lockpicks everywhere? This makes no sense. All the doors are locked. Finally, something I didn't know. Another locked door, gosh.
Raz could get used to such a seat. Metaphorically speaking, of course. This one would prefer a throne with far more padding. But enough of such talk. Today we celebrate your victory. From newcomer to savior of Summerset. Quite the feat, yes?
Did you bring all these people?
Raz thought of many different plans once he heard of this meeting. He is glad the first turned out so well. His other plans, well, there is no need to dwell on such unsavory details. This one never doubted you could do it, Five Claw.
Thanks, Raz.
Actually, Raz may have doubted you a few times.
Yeah.
Or many times. But he apologizes for that. After all, you have now proven yourself most capable. And of course, no heroic deed is complete without a reward.
Reward, you say?
Raz did indeed. On behalf of Queen Irene, this is for you. Ironic how Summerset was saved by one of the newcomers it so distrusts. This is a good lesson for the High Elves, yes. Maybe now they'll realize that change is not so bad after all. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Raz certainly plans to.
Our throne, Razumdar. We would have it back now.
So tense, your majesty. Must be this uncomfortable throne. Perhaps Raz could suggest a most comfortable cushion upon which you could sit.
Such a cushion is much too lumpy for our tastes, Cat.
Ah, Raz. Oh yes. There's a side quest I need to do. Actually, let's look at my inventory. I got a reward. Spell resistance and physical resistance. Credit cost of spells. Ring 2. Okay, side quest time. So, Courtier Vindelwyn.
Did I see you with that nod? You really need to reconsider the company you keep.
What does he have to do? He's well-meaning, but a bit of an idiot.
An audience with the proxy queen for a nod? Well, an introduction requires certain documents. A recommendation from the appropriate sapiarch, for example, as well as an audit from the divine prosecution. And perhaps a small favor for me.
So, I was just going to say, if I stab you in the back, we won't have to deal with you, but okay, what do you need?
A crude yet accurate analogy. Get Sapiarch Tandeman to provide a recommendation, and Justiciar Rolamdel to give Rigot a legal writ validating his credentials. Then, as a favor to me, acquire a pair of tickets to Thespian Enigma's next performance.
Tell me more.
More? You newcomers just seem to want and want and want. Very well.
You want
Which
the bride.
of these very necessary items would you like to ask about? Tandenman is the Sapiarch of Foreign Observations. He's Summerset's leading expert on the cultures that aren't Altmer. He's excited about the Queen's decree, as he finally gets to meet outsiders face to face. You can find him here in Alinor.
So how do we get a recommendation?
You'll have to ask the Sapiarch. Perform a favor of some sort, I suppose. Nothing too outrageous. Probably he'll want some help interviewing the mass of newcomers flocking to our shores. Now, if there's nothing else...
And Justica Rolamdel?
Rolamdel serves as an officer of
pronounce
the
that right.
divine prosecution, enforcing both secular and religious law. He'll provide a legal writ that confirms Rigot's diplomatic credentials. For a small favor, of course. You can find him in Lilandril.
Another favour.
Favors are the currency of power here in Somerset. But don't concern yourself too much about it. Rolamdel will probably just want help with some minor legal matter or another. Nothing that you and the Nord won't be able to handle.
And Enigma?
Ah, the
beautiful and mysterious enigma. I am a true admirer of her work. The Thespian might be the House of Revelry's best. I certainly think so. And so do a lot of others, based on the scarcity of tickets. I expect you can find her in Relenthiel. That's for you to solve. If Frigate actually wants to see the proxy queen, that is. Dealing with Enigma shouldn't be much different from dealing with the others. She is a high elf, after all. Favors go a long way, even at the House of Reveries.
High elves.
So, this book just magically appeared in front of you?
I know what I saw. I was upstairs watching the ceremony, and I turn around for but a moment, and then this book just suddenly appears.
Look, the palace is magically sealed by some of the finest mages in Summerset. There's no way someone just teleported a book in here.
Maybe it's a cursed relic then? I didn't touch it. It's still on the seat upstairs. Maybe we should ask the Sapiarchs to look at it.
Oh. Darian. That was nice. Yeah, that was nice having that show up. Darian's last thoughts. And some good last thoughts. Oh, come on, it can't be another long load time. Right. Talk to Sapiarch Tanderman. Why am I running like a chump when I can ride? Oops, missed the steps. Thought I was lower than I was. Yeah. CPR. There he is.
I hope you aren't here about anything important. My schedule is completely full. I couldn't possibly squeeze you in before the mid-year mud crab festival.
I need a recommendation.
A recommendation? I'll have you know that I don't just throw those together in a slapdash fashion. A recommendation must be researched and carefully considered. I can't be too cautious when it comes to endorsing new arrivals.
We were told you might need a favor.
Vindilween? Why didn't you say so? If you can acquire items of cultural significance from the newcomers, say something from a Khajiit, a Breton, and an Argonian, I might be persuaded to write a recommendation for Ambassador Rigert.
And you have particular newcomers in mind?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Surprise.
The Khajiit's name is Urjara. Exotic, don't you think? Henri Ondare is the Breton, and the Argonian calls herself Grayscale. Bring me something that belongs to them and reflects their cultures, and then we can talk.
Fine. Let's just look at my mail, because... Take attachments. Because that pinging was annoying me. Acquire cultural objects. And the third one, I know all that time in the Thieves Guild seems to have paid off.
Does this one regret leaving elsewhere and making the journey to Summerset? No, for Joan and Jode watch over me and bless me with health and good fortune. How can Ordra help you, friend? This one brought a few heirlooms with her, whatever could be stuffed in my carry sack. Ordra has a Khajiit navigation stone, for example. Lets me find my way even in this strange land. I couldn't part with it, though. It has sentimental value. The Sapiarch! Why didn't you say it was for the Sapiarch? Of course, Ordra will let you have this beautiful...
Okay.
Courtier Vindilween was kind enough to tell me who she sent you to perform favors for. I've been sitting here drinking and having a most pleasant conversation. You did? That is most excellent, my good friend. But Rigert has an even better idea. We should also give the Sapiarch one of my gifts. Nothing says culture like a Nord keepsake. But which one do you think he would like best?
Depressing stuffed goat.
Interesting. The Night Favor depicts a beloved Nord god. It is solid and will last forever. And it might help the Sapiarch if he ever finds a sweet onion. And by sweet onion, Rigard means a lover. A perfect choice.
Alright.
Friend Sapiarch, here are the cultural items you asked for, along with a gift from Rigard. A Nord Night Favor.
That's everything I wanted, plus an arousing example of Nord erotica. Thank you. Here is the official letter of recommendation you requested.
Oh dear. Okay, where were the others? Rigger is such a disaster. Talk to Enigma. Who's the other guy? Oh, he's all the way over there. Okay, we shall go and speak to Enigma. Could probably do that performance as well then. Humiliate myself in public. I'm knife juggling, aren't I? So that's not too bad. Probably. Where's it going? Swings roundabouts there or there? That one. Alright. Why the heck am I having to help this crazy Nord again? It's the whole idea of it, Nord cultural exchange. It's fantastically ridiculous. Am I going even in the right way? No. Am I going this way? I don't know why my sense of direction in this game is so bad. I think it's the portals. They just spin you around. Finally going the right way. this house.
Milk drinker! Milk drinker! Is that really a Nord insult? How benign. And what do you want? Can't you see I'm trying to rehearse? I always have trouble with the accents of the lesser races.
I know someone you could practice with.
You need tickets, do you? Well, so does the Sapiarch of Shimmerine, the Navy's High Battle Reeve, and the Proxy Queen of Alinor. Do you know what I need? I need to figure out how to play Hildegrom, Battle Maiden of Skyrim, before the curtain rises.
Well, Ambassador Riggott just might be able to help.
Ambassador Riggott? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Well, if he can help me find Hildegrom's voice and mannerisms, I'll happily give you 2 tickets to my next performance.
No, thank you. Oh, how convenient.
Courtier Vendilwyn told me who she sent you to talk to, and Riggott always wanted to meet a famous high elf thespian, Lady Enigma. Greetings and sanitations from the Nord Cultural Exchange.
She needs help preparing her role as a Nord battle maiden.
Hildegrom? She's my favorite hero! I'm sure that one of my Nord gifts will inspire Enigma and help her find the voice of the battle maiden. But which one do you think will make her feel like a proper Nord?
Oh, it's essence of mammoth. Smelling like a wet mammoth. That'll do it.
Essence of mammoth, of course! Not only will it make Enigma smell like a proper Nord battle maiden, it will also make her irresistible to bull mammoths, snow bears, and half-drunk Nords.
That's most
Nords. It's the perfect choice. Riggott has just the thing to make Enigma feel like a Nord. Essence of mammoth.
What a powerful odor! It reminds me of mammoths charging across fields of ice and snow.
You smell like a proper Nord battle maiden now.
The stench! It makes me woozy, but also fills me with Nord bravado. How inspiring! Milk drinker! That's it! That's the voice! You've earned these tickets, Ambassador Riggott.
Okay. Never has smelling like a mammoth been so desirable. This game. Right. And the next guy gets a depressing stuffed goat. And a proxy queen will just have to settle for Riggott's sparkling personality and witty conversation. Oh my gosh. You've gotta love the Nords. And Riggott is certainly the Nordiest of the Nords. Right, fast travel time. We are going to Elandril Wayshrine.
Honestly, I think she plans to do something rash. Might even attack the guards. Ugh, never.
Right, Justica, whatever your name is. Lumbell. Yeah, damn it. Yellow.
Sometimes I wish the criminals and lawbreakers would take a holiday. Then the officers of the Divine Prosecution could catch up on our paperwork. Is there something you need, newcomer?
No one likes paperwork that much. I need a writ of authenticity for Ambassador Riggott of Skyrim. Which means I'm going to have to hunt down some criminals so he can do the paperwork.
A writ of authenticity for a Nord ambassador? That's a highly unusual request, considering that a newcomer is the one making it. The Divine Prosecution requires weeks, sometimes even months, to properly audit diplomatic credentials.
Courtier Vendelween sent us. She said you might need a favour.
Vendilween? She loves to engage in the commerce of favours. Very well. A cup and bowl were stolen from the Alinor Palace. Favourites of the Queen, I'm told. Recover these items, and I might be persuaded to issue Riggott a writ of authenticity.
Any leads?
Ideas? Plenty. Proof? Nothing that would hold up in a court of law. Not yet, anyway. But I'm more concerned with recovering the items. Stolen goods usually find their way to the pirates in Waston Coraldale. I'd start my search there if I were you.
All right.
What?
Come on, controller. You can do it.
Bet the dead of Tanzelwo had a lot to say about Irene.
Gee, where the heck am I going? Oh, I've got to go to that blimmin' island. The shrine's just here. Okay, so we are going Western Corridor. Right, we're going to rescue a stolen bowl. So get a runestone while I'm passing, or two. One day I'm actually going to do some rune crafting again. Alrighty, I'm back here. And I just have to kill random pirates, or do I have to go and find a chest or something? That's the question. Yeah, we have a search location. Hint, retrieve stolen goods. Yeah, it's kind of the whole mission. Never going to get stealthy. Let's look stealthy. Appearance. Where are we? If she doesn't turn around, I feel a blade of woe coming on. That was weird. So this ship isn't in it. Aha. Okay. Zero the cup. I thought it'd be in the camp somewhere. Around here. couldn't Blade of Woe her. So where the heck is this other thingamy-bob? Okay, well we're right on the edge of it here, so let's... Almost didn't see him leaning there. Those more tents. Ah, I see the marker. Yeah, there's more tents here. Second camp. That was nice of him. I'm going to get around behind that guy and kill him off. That worked. Okay, I think I just wasn't close enough. For my Blade of Woe. Chest. Oh, just a coffer. It is disappointing. Right, let's get back to the ship. Boat. Whatever. Is it wrong how happy that Blade of Woe makes me? To fight these stupid lizards. Okay, amphibians, not lizards. Right, little boat, let's go. We'll go find a Rigot. And see if the Justica wants a depressing stuffed goat. I bought you a present. It's a depressing stuffed goat. I can't be bothered to get that are going to Little Andrel. Come on in, Rigger. Crazy lunatic.
Vindilwyn told me where she sent you. I've been having the most interesting conversation with this divine prosecution person here. Did you know the tall elves have at least 3 rules for every possibility? Oh, did you find the stolen goods?
Yep.
Rigert is so happy he could kiss you.
Please don't.
The last time I did that, though, Thane Mera punched me in the nose, so... I know. Let's give the good Justiciar one of my Nord keepsakes. Which one do you think he'd like best?
Well, by default, it's got to be the depressing stuffed goat.
Interesting. The stuffed goat represents stoic bravery, and she never breaks any rules. I mean, how could she? She's dead. Anyway, she stands for all the same things as the divine prosecution. Yes, I think that's the perfect gift to give to the Justiciar. The Nord Cultural Exchange proudly returns the Queen's stolen items. And this stuffed goat, it's a Nord treasure.
Remarkable work. I'll grant you that writ of authenticity now. A word of advice. If Vindilwyn refuses to help, remind her that the divine prosecution might remember the incident at the Battle Reeves dinner party.
Oh, I would love to know more. Okay. Now we head back to Eleanor. And I'm assuming she's in Eleanor still. She's a courtier. Yep. Could make sense she was at the palace.
You kept the fallen Esti faithful safe in Brockwood. I know a few. Good souls.
Right, to Eleanor. Where the heck am I going? I'm turn around. Not that way. This way. Yep. I'd imagine that after a meeting with Rigert, the Proxy Queen will have a newfound appreciation for Razmdar as being, you know, polite, culturally sensitive.
I have said. The proxy queen is unable to hold an audience with petitioners at this time. There are other affairs that require her attention.
Where is she? In here.
I honestly never expected to see either you or Ambassador Riggett again. Can I
Yep.
assume this means you acquired the items I specified? So I see. I'll just file the documents away for later review and slip those tickets into my bodice for safekeeping.
Of course.
We should be able to process your request and schedule an appointment for, let's say 5 weeks from next Maunders.
I don't think so.
You're lucky I'm entertaining the Nord's request at all. Take the appointment and be grateful for this time with the Proxy Queen. I know newcomers who would kill for a meeting sometime this year, let alone in 5 weeks. Now,
I could kill
if you
you.
don't mind.
Riggert is so disappointed. How can I negotiate peace if I can't even get an audience with the High Elf Proxy Queen? Of course. Threaten the snooty High Elf with a scandal. High Elves hate scandals, snooty or otherwise. Watch how Riggert negotiates.
Back again? You and that Nord are worse than a plague of fell runners in a field of swamp nettles. What do you want this time?
Apparently, I should remind you about the Battle Reeves dinner party.
He did what? How dare he? Why, I have a mind to...
Uh-huh.
No. I see how it is. Very well. Tell the ambassador I'm impressed by his ruthless use of rumor and innuendo. I'll let the Proxy Queen know that Riggett is her next appointment.
Thank you so much. You're up, big guy.
What happened? Did the threatening words do the trick? Or is Riggert in even more trouble with the snooty? She did? I mean, of course she did. Riggert had every confidence in you. Thank you, my friend. Take this with the gratitude of the Nord Cultural Exchange. I think you'll like it better than that stinky essence of mammoth that I saw you ogling.
Proxy Queen Eleanor, may I present the Nord Ambassador, Riggert the Brash.
Pleased to be seeing your beautiful face, Your Majesty. Sign the treaty, and we can break for dinner. Unless you want to be negotiating first.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Ambassador. I'll listen to what you have to say, and we'll see where the evening takes us.
As long as the evening includes lots of mead, that sounds fine to me.
Ambassador, I find your Nordish inclinations to be most refreshing.
Oh, Riggert has plenty of inclinations, Your Majesty.
We look forward to finding out all about your inclinations, Ambassador Riggert. Come along. The royal chef makes a rabbit meatball pie that you'll absolutely devour.
Riggett, you old dog. Awesome. Right. Oh, I got a champion point. I didn't even notice. spell penetration. Physical poison and disease damage. Up that. And what did Rigus give us? Something that I'm never going to use. There's one-handed at least. 1060. All right. I think there are some murders to investigate nearby. In one of the high off garrisons.
As I have said, the Proxy Queen is unable to hold an audience with petitioners at this time. There are other affairs that require her attention.
And when will your ever-busy Proxy Queen see us?
Does she even intend on receiving our petitions? Or does she cast us aside like the rest of you High Elves?
Many affairs compete for the Proxy Queen's attention. The complaints of newcomers do not rank as a matter of priority, simply put.
How dare you dismiss me, as though I was some commoner? I refuse to leave this spot until my petition is heard.
The same goes for me.
Okay, he's way up there. What the heck? Let's go solve these murders. Yes, that sounded like a good side quest. Why did you... Oh. Probably because I let the stamina run right down. Oh, this is where I need to go anyway. Or was it? Hang on. Or do I just want to go oot? Yeah, actually, I think I want to just go out. Here should take me past the stable. Yep. is getting worse. She's blimmin' annoying. Yeah, it's this keep here I want to go up to.
Enough, Silery. These mysterious deaths are our business to solve, not yours.
Little busy at the moment. From what I gather, soldiers at Katon Keep have been disappearing in the night.
Not good.
Only to have their desiccated bodies show up days later. The garrison's completely spooked. I came to look into it, but the Divine Prosecution beat me here.
Problem?
We don't exactly see eye to eye when it comes to hunting baddies. So now they're going to spend weeks questioning soldiers and measuring footprints, while more people get turned to jerky. Actually, maybe you could help me with that?
Yeah, what do you need?
I really thought I was going to have to do a lot more convincing. Helping strangers break into keep's a hobby of yours. Odd hobby. What I really need is a distraction. If you can keep Lindafoy at the gate, busy for a minute, I can handle the rest.
Okay, how do I hold her attention?
I have a document saying I'm an inspector sent by the Proxy Queen to investigate. But since Lindafoy and everyone else in there knows that's not true, I can't use it. You, though. Show it to Lynn, act all high society, and waltz right in.
Even though I'm a dark elf. Okay.
Doesn't matter. It'll buy me time to sneak past either way. If you do get inside, all the better. We can partner up. I'm sure you'll do fine. It helps if you imagine a really big stick up your spine. Straight back. Perfect.
Alright.
Alright, Royal Inspector. Off you go. Just talk like you've never interacted with an actual person at any point in your life. We'll put a stop to these killings, and maybe not even get arrested. Fun, right?
Why are you so interested?
The Divine Prosecution are great at stopping crime and rooting out sedition. But stuff like this, things that go bump in the night, that's when you need a specialist. I'm very special.
You hunt monsters?
It's a hobby. Well, more of a lifelong calling that leaves me little time for hobbies, but I'm doing what I love, and in my own way, and I'm really good at it. Not that the Divine Prosecution would ever admit it.
Why won't the guards let you
The
in?
Divine Prosecution cordoned off the area, and like I said, they're not big fans of me. I may have been a bit indelicate when I suggested they collectively had the hunting sense of a blind cliff racer. These things happen. They keep the peace in Summerset, mostly by making sure no one steps out of line. When something's amiss, they investigate and kick the problem in the teeth, if need be. Too dogmatic, though. Who cares about procedure when lives are on the line?
So, are we going to get arrested or just executed?
Only slightly, and the Order has bigger concerns at the moment. Once it's clear you're not a suspect, I'm sure they'd let you off with a stern warning. But we're not going to get caught, right?
All right.
This keep has been ordered sealed by the Divine Prosecution, pending the completion of our investigation. Please be on your way.
The Proxy Queen sent me to investigate the unusual deaths at this keep.
That's interesting, because investigating these killings is obviously the jurisdiction of the Divine Prosecution, so something tells me you're full of griffin guano. Give me one reason why I shouldn't hold you for questioning.
Official mandate?
Let me see those. It looks official. I don't know who you are, but this investigation is clearly under our purview. This is about politics, isn't it? Always politics.
I can't say.
Of course you can't. Fine, go inside. I won't stand in your way, but stay out of mine.
Oh, she's a ray of light. What a joy she must be at a party.
You must have clenched pretty hard to sell those forged papers to the likes of Lynn. Relax before you sprain something. Now all we have to do is find and kill a murderous Daedra that's evaded capture for weeks. Easy, right?
How do you know it's Daedra?
Most killers don't suck out all your organs and leave a corpse with the consistency of stale bread. Mortal ones, anyway. And neither do vampires, for that matter. Aside from that, I have my methods of sniffing out Daedra.
For instance?
Well, when you expose the stem of an attuned Wilderking rod to air that someone breathed in the presence of a Daedra, it glows orange. Also, my latest Squablood scribing said, you know what, just watch and learn. I'm getting to that. Don't rush me. Just stand back and don't radiate any palpable evil, all right?
Dark Brotherhood, but I'll try.
This is a little trick I picked up in Coral. Stendar, shine your righteous light on those that would flee your justice. Show me where evil lurks, and I will deliver retribution. 2 lights. There's not supposed to be... All right, whatever. I'll follow this one. Follow that light and see where it leads you. Then meet me inside the refectory. Go, go.
All right, I'm going. So she's obviously a worshipper of Stendar. Satan Keep Barracks. Secret door. The ruptured hunk of flesh was found near the mouth of a desiccated body. Daedra are creatures of purpose. They embody a need to be fulfilled. Only the princes know for certain, but to those who would wield these beings' power as their own. Oh, lovely. Savour their innards in an excruciatingly slow feast through which its victims survive far longer than anyone would imagine. Right, I guess that's what we're dealing with. Smeared footprints. find that recipe. Blue. Right, let's go tell her that we're dealing with the insatiable. Werewolf musk oil. Sounds lovely. Go and bugger off. I'd like to steal that no, the money and the pen. Gosh, but you're going to walk over here, aren't you? Right. Hey, Peasy. I don't really know. Tell you who you should check out. The Tech and Junk Twitch channel and webpage. They stream loads of ESO, and all the builds he's got all his builds on his website, and he goes through them all. Knows pretty much everything about doing builds for this game inside and out. And it's excellent Twitch channel, loads of ESO. It's definitely worth checking out. Me, I'm not that super serious with it. I just like playing, so I just kind of chuck skill points and things randomly where I think I might want them.
Damn it! You don't understand.
Ah, the accomplice. Welcome. 2 arrests in 1 day. This is going to reflect well on my next report.
Yeah, well, I found evidence of a dangerous summoning ritual.
Oh, did you? Well, let me see it then. The Insatiable, is it? Who writes this rubbish? Grisly rubbish at that. I'll admit the methods are similar to our case, but this still doesn't prove the presence of an actual Daedra. Where did you find? I was never informed of any architectural eccentricities. Something the garrison will answer for. So that spell might have some merit. Silery claims it was leading her to a Daedra hiding in the cellar. Are you willing to stake your freedom on that?
I think you should start listening to her.
To be clear, when all is said and done with this, I'm arresting you anyway. But I'll indulge this line of inquiry. If you're right, I'm sure your cooperation will reflect favorably in your trial. Fleeing will not.
Dark
Am I
elves.
understood?
Fine, let's just find the Daedra.
Release her.
But sir,
Now.
this is a mistake.
We're all done being idiots? Good. Let's find this Daedra.
This is going to end badly.
Now, children, this might be fun. I've not hunted a Daedra in decades.
Oh, man. All right. Who's gonna have been doing the summoning? Is someone just wanting a promotion?
This light will reveal the Daedra. Be ready.
More outsider magic. Reckless silery.
Have a little faith, High. It's tracking something.
A dead end. How embarrassing.
No! After her!
Let's go.
Fan out! That thing can't have gone far.
Fan out? Why? I thought you didn't believe me. Check down the hole. I'll see what I can find up ahead.
There's something. Terranil, the moment you have been waiting for has finally arrived. I have an opportunity for you, a unique opportunity, to show the court and our benefactor just how cunning you can be. You know how he appreciates a savvy dealmaker? I'm entrusting you with several tomes I acquired at a hefty price. They describe a place between realms, a gap, or rather a pit of emptiness that lies between our world and oblivion. It is the home of something primal, something with a great need, and our benefactor does so love a thing in need. Strike a bargain with this creature, the insatiable, and unleash it on the garrison at Kaitan Keep. Our moment of triumph is close at hand, and the servants of our sovereign stooge remain too close for comfort. Give them something to occupy themselves with while the final pieces of our plans fit into place. I will recall you to Shimmerine when your task is done. Until then, keep watch over the situation and ensure a favourable outcome. We would all be very disappointed if you were to squander this investment. May fortune show you its hand. T. Alright. Let's knock this guy down. Hey, go. Oh man, I thought that would have been a perfect place for a nice little hidden chest.
Wait your turn, Mortal. You'll meet the insatiable soon enough.
Bone Reaver. Yep, that was a bad shot. And spanked. I hate these things. Come on, down you go. Nope, not shots like that you won't. Alright, your turn, boy. Gosh, darn it. No gold. It's what coming to when monsters don't carry gold.
Well, I think we might be on the right track. Ow.
Who was that?
Our Daedra summoner, no doubt. No one I recognize. Begs questions, but that can wait. Give chase and find Lindefway. Silery went after her, but there was an awful lot of screaming. Through those doors. Down where we keep the wine. This place, it's Katan, but different. I'm probably not making much sense, am I? Helping the others falls to you now. Terribly sorry about that.
Don't worry. Let's,
God, it's going to eat me! Hayakil! Anyone, help me!
Lair of the Insatiable.
It's trying to slip away into the real world. I'll hold it as long as I can.
Oh, cheeky.
Chew on that for a while, gut sucker.
Silery, you saved me.
Don't look so surprised. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, that was going to be harder. But Silery did all the work.
You live? This won't do. This won't
The
do.
summoner, she's getting away.
No, she's not.
Lynn, can you hold this portal open?
Why? Where are you going?
Find that mage and kick her out.
I can't hold it! Damn it! That was such a stupid, reckless... Damn it, Silery! I can't let her lord this over me. We have to save them. She must be hiding in these ruins. Wait, I know where we are. These ruins are right under the nose of Katan Keep. Silery and I explored here as children. We always did love mysteries. Our mothers hated it. We'd come home covered in clay.
I found clay tracked around the secret room where the mage summoned the Insatiable.
So, the mage got into Katan Keep through here somehow. Was that her reason for coming here? We still don't know our suspect. Her motives, barely anything really. Gods, this investigation has really gotten away from me.
Read this.
A conspiracy? Now that's something I can grasp. The tone of this letter suggests our perpetrator can't afford to simply go into hiding. We're backing her into a corner. That'll make her desperate. What's that?
No. What's what?
I just felt a ripple of magicka, like the opening of those portals, but much larger. I think the other...
All right.
I can't hold it. Damn it.
It's just a wisp and not a wisp mother. It's fine. Now I'm gonna have to fight the griffin. All right.
No sign of Tyrannial, but this is definitely the epicenter of the magic I felt. There's still power clinging to this Aldma altar. It must be the bridge she is using to travel to and from the realm. Theoretically, from what little I know about opening portals to Daedric realms, there's typically an object here, in Tamriel, that is attuned to the place in question. Not as it is. If this is a bridge, then Tyrannial has barred and locked the gates. In my experience, most cultists tend to just ape whatever spells and rituals someone else developed. That letter you showed me mentioned...
Let's have a quick look through Lawbook. Alrighty. Oh gosh, so now I've got to read this. The proper preparation, the sorcerer can similarly move between the realms if you are prepared to face the dangers of the Gorge. Prove to me at a place where the barrier between Nirn and Oblivion is thinnest, bind an anchor to the material world by offering the Gorge the things it craves the most. Aspects of your own ego, your own vital essence, anima, ego, and morality. Prepare praises to channel the sacrifices and delight them in proper order. The complete anchor will become caught in the throat of the Gorge, leaving its maw forever open to you. Should you desire to move your anchor, you must snuff the sigils of your offerings in the order they were cast. So, anima, ego, incandescence, and mortality. Anima. Oh shit, what was it? Incandescence, ego, no. Oh, reverse it. Dull. Mortality, incandescence, ego, anima. Mortality, incandescence, ego, mortality. Oh, shit. I got a brain like a sieve. Mortality, incandescence, ego, anima. Mortality, incandescence, ego. Mortality. Incandescence. Ego. Nope, so it's that one. That one. That one. And that one.
Well, that was dramatic. That's it! It reeks of that monster's realm. I'll hold it open. Go. Ugh, it feels like...
You? Again? I won't let you ruin it. I'll feed your corpse to the insatiable.
wrong?
Well, I've had my fill of this place. Let's excuse ourselves before any more dinner guests arrive.
I might fast for a month after this.
Okay, that wasn't so hard. Alright.
Thanks for stopping that Daedra-loving loony from sucking out my soul.
Pleasure.
You took a big risk sticking your neck out for us. But what are recent acquaintances for, right? Guess I owe Lynn, too. Not going to live that down.
Are you gonna be alright?
We'll be fine. It's not the first time someone has tried to drain and devour my soul. Happens more often than you'd think, actually. Hazards of the job. As for Hai, I think he's secretly enjoying all this excitement.
What was she trying to do to you two?
She was raving about her work not being done, and how she was going to use our desiccated husks to restore the insatiable. I sort of tuned it out at a certain point, but got the impression she wasn't doing all this for her own amusement.
Yeah, it seems she was involved with the Court of Bedlam, but they're kind of done now.
Though, what now? Nope, forget I asked. Save it for Hai. He's way more interested in all this intrigue nonsense. I'll stick to gut-punching hungry monsters.
I like her. What's our next move?
Looks like someone got bitten by the hunting bug on this little adventure. Savor your victory, killer. Katon Keep is safe again thanks to you. Judging by these results, I should rope random strangers into my work more often. Kidding, kidding. Now that the immediate danger's passed, I will want to get back to combing through the details of what transpired here. It'll be really boring. Like, really boring. But since you got us back on speaking terms, I'll help Lynn and Hai investigate.
Anything I can do to help?
You'll want to talk to Hai about that, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. The divine prosecution doesn't welcome outside perspectives with open arms. If you think Hai and Lynn can be stuffy, you should see their superiors.
So what's your story?
Well, Lynn and I grew up around here. We always had a knack for sticking our noses where they didn't belong, so the divine prosecution was a natural fit. For her, anyway. Too rigid for me, so I left. There were some hard feelings.
And Hirasil?
He's our mentor. Was my mentor. Loves his work, and he's a good person, but he clings too tightly to protocol. He took the brunt of the abuse from our superiors when I was out of line. I thought he'd have been happy when I resigned my commission.
Will you go back?
No. Hai and Lynn were always more than colleagues to me. We were friends. We'll stick by each other, but the divine prosecution has a long way to go before they'd take back the likes of me. Not that I'd want to go back anyway.
So how did she get the better of you two?
Hey, don't go rubbing my nose in it. It wasn't easy fighting off Daedra with Hai slumped over my shoulder. You'd think he'd make a better shield with that hard head of his. That mage got the drop on us while we were licking our wounds.
Okay, I am just going to pop and get another drink, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Okay, that was a nice little side quest. Alright, Siluri. It'd be nice to have had a few more missions with her. Maybe we will. We will bump into her later. Alright. We are not far from here, so let's go do this side quest. We're going to help this woman find her brother who run off to join the theatre. And she wants the chance to convince him otherwise. So we're going to have to perform for the theatre. And she gave us a pair of magic daggers that we can juggle. What's this? What is that random light source? It doesn't actually seem to really be anything. Just a little place to find along the way. And this must be the theatre. Nice.
Well, I think that's quite enough. Next. Another performer? Take the stage whenever you're ready, sweet. I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
Well done. Come, talk. No more auditions for today.
Enchanted daggers for the win.
My, you certainly do have a talent for juggling. One might almost say your hands work like magic. Tell me, why do you wish to join the House of Reveries?
To prom with the best in Somerset.
A wonderful answer, but it's not very creative, is it? I'd work on that. You'll want something more dramatic if you wish to impress the Grand Maestro. Still, I'd be happy to sponsor you for house membership, if you complete my challenge, of course.
And that would be?
When we join the troupe, we abandon our old selves and take an identity reflected in our masks. What unique item suits you, I wonder? A great feather? Yes, that would be lovely. Go collect a feather and meet me in front of the Manor of Masks.
You alright? Well, luckily I happened to see a griffin just up here. What a stroke of luck that is. And a wall that's too high for me to blimmin' well jump up. Damn it. There we go. Lovely jubbly. griffin. Above. Of course it was above. You gave me a nice big quest marker, but I didn't even bother looking for it. Probably didn't actually have to fight it. Oop, didn't dodge that one. Aye aye. Steady on, pal. Didn't need to fight it at all. Just had to do that. Namite. Ooh. Handy. Oh, come on. Talk to alchemy below. Where is she?
Adagio.
You've returned intact. How
Of
wonderful.
course.
I was worried the griffin might have been a bit too much, but I see you're not one to be easily deterred. Good. Tell me, how did you acquire your most lovely feather?
Well, I did kill one.
A heroic tale, but a bit dull. You might want to spice it up a bit. Where's the action? Where's the drama? Well, stories aside, you have executed my task most diligently. With this lovely feather, your mask is complete.
Okay.
Now's the time to don your mask and play the game of boasts. Talk with the other three hopefuls, perform together, and then ask each other one question. Your answers must be tales that can wow the crowd, a chance to bond and perfect your act.
Where do I find them?
You'll find the other potentials inside our quarters, the Manor of Masks. We have a talented crop this week, but I'm certain you'll fit right in. Don't forget to wear your mask. We can't force you, of course, but why not get used to it? not much, I'm afraid. I have many names, but my true name is spoken only in the dead of night, and only in the softest whispers. I am the daughter of a dragon, and a rather robust Telvanni. I spit fire and turn into a wyvern on the full moon. Only me, of course. I'm teasing you. I was actually born whole from the earth when a lonely sapiarch cast a spell to create a wife. He was attractive, I'll give him that, but boring, so I left him with a mud pie and ran off to join the theater. Oh, you're no fun. I'm actually a simple farmer's daughter who learned to mimic voices when I was but a babe. A life of plows and livestock was not for me, sadly, so here I am. Do you understand? We can be anyone here. You can be anyone.
Okay.
Why, I put you through your paces. After all, I've deemed you worthy to perform for the Grand Maestro himself. Whether he offers you membership is beyond my ken, but I've never made the mistake of leaving him bored. See that you don't embarrass me.
And if I'm judged worthy?
You may join us, if you wish. Cast aside your old life, become who you truly wish to be. Live for your art, for the stage, for the sound of applause. But you must never reveal your old identity. It is our only absolute. Have you happened to meet an artist in Summerset? Had that distinct pleasure? All they care about is fame. But within our troupe, we live only for our passion. To prove that devotion, we rid ourselves of the past and live only for the present.
So masks are a devotion to your art.
We always wear a mask. To your mother, you are an innocent child. To your lover, a sinful treat. A friend to your companions, a terror to your enemies. But many here find their true selves within their craft, within their passion. I know I have.
Did you sponsor Lyradale?
Did I? Well, let's see. Have you taken a lover recently? What was their name? Oh, are you in a committed relationship? Or was it a one-night tryst? Did you lift them to the heights of ecstasy or leave them unfulfilled and disappointed? It's a question, isn't it? A personal question like yours, a question one stranger should never ask another in polite company. I have sponsored many in my time with the House of Reveries, just as one once sponsored me. Those names are theirs alone.
Fair enough. Okay. Soul gems, nice. Dr. Rinde above. Oh, below. My gosh, I can't read. Steps over here. Oh no. Primer for hopeful recruits. I'm not going to read it all. Not out loud. Okay.
You're the one who discovered Vicereeve Peladil's involvement with the Veiled Heritance.
Yes.
I heard that you were able to procure Alchemy's sponsorship. Excellent. I see you've been given a Hopeful's mask as well. Such a quaint practice. Auriel knows our task would be far easier if they weren't a tradition.
So, how will I recognize your brother?
As twins, we share a striking resemblance, but all Hopefuls wear a mask. Still, I have a suggestion. We were attacked by a griffin when we were little. Laredale pushed me aside to save me and took a wound to his chest. He still has the scar.
It's fine if he's going to be walking around without a shirt. So, any other way I could recognize him?
None come to mind. Say, why don't you take my journal? I've kept numerous notes on my interactions with Laredale, leading up to when he decided to leave for Relenthiel. Perhaps something in there will offer the clues you seek.
Maybe. Oh, there's a journal. What distance of late has been by his side since birth. He's now a stranger. His interest in lessons has waned. Okay, so gotta go up.
Welcome, fellow hopeful. What's your talent? Ventriloquism? Dancing? Oh, are you one of those illusionists I've heard so much about? No matter. You're here to play the game of boasts, aren't you? first, we must perform together.
Okay, how do we play this game?
Alchemy didn't explain it. Well, I'm happy to share. First, we must perform as a team so we can learn each other's strengths and weaknesses. Should we both be lucky enough to join the troupe, we'll already know how to put on a performance.
Performance?
Well, let's start simple, shall we? I'll do what I do, and you'll do what you do. Join me and we'll see what we can do together. After that comes the fun part, the boasts. Well, that's the part I consider most fun.
Okay.
That was impressive. You've got quite the talent for juggling. Never could I do that myself. Tried it once and nearly sliced off a finger. Now to the questions. I'll start. Tell me, my deft-fingered friend, where did you grow up? Hide and seek in Cold Harbor, eh? That sounds terrifying. But I love the idea of Molog Ball having a nephew. Maybe he's not so bad. Just consumes the occasional tortured soul between fishing trips. Oh yes, all 6 of them. I grew up with a pack of wolves, you see. Lost my parents to a griffin attack when I was 2. But Mama took me in and taught me to hunt and fetch sticks. We still get together and hunt deer every other week. Hold on. That's 2 questions, isn't it? You only get 1. But here's a truth to match my boast. The House of Reveries is amazing. Performing every day, learning new tricks. Why, I used to have to sneak away every time I wanted to practice. Oh, you know how family is. If your ancestors weren't fire breathers, why would you want to be? Well, I wish you the best in your audition for the Grand Maestro. Here's hoping we both get in. Honestly, nothing would please me more.
Okay. He talked about a griffin attack when he was a child and having to sneak away to practice. So that seems reasonable. Talk to Clever. Head on up. Glaze the jug, I don't want that. All right.
Well, hello there.
That's
Good to
probably
see
not her
another
brother.
hopeful join us. Would you like to help me with my performance? I always get a bit drunk before a performance. Helps loosen up the muscles. You know, swallowing a sword isn't as easy as it looks. There's always the danger it might cut you. A good brew helps my performance. I don't need a juggler. I need an announcer. Someone to sell my act. One thing about swallowing a sword, You can't talk when
All
you
right.
just stand at that podium like we're up on stage. Then use your best announcer voice and talk me.
Never before have you witnessed such feats of physical dexterity. This razor sharp blade is no match for a brave performer. How does she do it? One will move, one ill-timed swallow, and the blade will cut right through her heart. Ooh, they like that. Amazing physical acumen. Have you ever seen a performer so impressive?
You've got a great voice. I almost worry you might have oversold me. Now to the game. Maybe it's the alcohol talking, but you're a fine-looking one, aren't you? Got someone special waiting at home? Tell me, I'm curious. Oh, Meridia, she's always been my favorite, let me tell you. Make sure to tell her I told you that, eh? Put me on her good side for once. Now then, what's your question? What would you like to know about Clever? Do I? What? Well, that's just rude, isn't it? What, I'm not enough of a mer for you? I'll have you know I'm more than enough for anyone. I'm teasing, silly. I know what you meant, but no, I have no siblings. The troop shall be my family.
Have you got close to the others?
Very much so. Why, the first day I was here, Loxon gave me one of her very own dresses. Said it was a shame I didn't have anything decent to wear. I near cried. It was so beautiful. Everyone here is just so kind.
Good luck with your audition.
Same to you. Gorgeous. Oh, I just can't wait until we're all accepted. I heard the ceremony afterward is spectacular. Lots of food, lots of drink. You get to try on all sorts of perfumes and fine clothes. Oh, what an amazing night it shall be.
Yeah. Talk to Feathermoth. Well, I'm pretty sure she's not her brother.
You must know, we are competing for the
there's the
same hope.
scars.
Let me be clear then, in stating that I do not intend to fail my audition. I will join the House of Reveries. It is my destiny. Still, collaboration never hurts. Care to play the game?
Okay.
Even the most captivating of dances cannot entice an audience without the rhythm of a drum. The soothing sound of drum beats is primal, a reminder of our deepest selves. Yet I cannot drum and dance at the same time, so why not collaborate?
You alright?
Take this drum. 3 rhythm sections lie before you, fast, medium, and slow. I will move through the dances, I know, and you will match my speed on the drum. Match my speed, and we shall impress. Drum too fast or too slow, and we start over. Let's begin! No, that won't do. Let us begin again. Observe my movements and match my speed. Let's begin! And we transition. And again. Keep time. Our performance aligns. Impressive. Come, speak. Your rhythm could use refinement, but I salute your determination. May the best performer join the House of Reveries and become a great name. And now to my question. Who trained you?
King Vaharajad.
I have heard many tales of this Red Guard High King. Yet, talk of his hobbies, I'll admit, come few and far between. Very amusing, friend. Now to your question. What would you ask of the best dancer on Summerset?
Do you have a sister?
Aye, 2 siblings, though only one is a sister. Joan and Jode are my twins, and on the nights when the shadow covers the moon, we dance together in the sky above. The thunder you hear on a stormy night, that's us, dancing across the clouds.
That's quite the boast.
You think so? I've been practicing my acting skills as well, you know. One never knows what performance he'll have to do next. These days are a far cry from what I was doing. I still have burns from failed fire spells, you know.
You're a mage?
I'd rather not speak of it. The stage is where I belong, and where I finally am. My past is in the past, and there it shall remain. Thank you for performing with me. Should we both be accepted, I'm glad to know I'll be in fine company.
Good luck. Here's your drum. Fire spells and the scar on his chest. So I've been in here yet. I'm leaning towards it being him. Oh, God damn. She's still below, yep.
I know who you seek, Hopeful, but you will not find fair Renaid here. She has departed for the moment, which means we can speak freely of your quest to find her brother Laredel. You wish to stop him from joining the House of Reveries.
She believes the Sapiarts need his talents.
I'm well aware of what she believes. I wonder, though, if either of you have ever considered what Laredel wants. Do you truly wish to force Laredel onto a path he does not wish to walk? Do you believe that best serves the Sapiarchs?
They need talented mages, especially now. But I do believe that. Oh, decisions.
Well, then I'm confused. If you believe this, why help her track down her brother? Laredel has made his wishes clear, why not respect them? I know Renaid loves her brother and believes she knows what is best, but his course is not hers to guide. Only if he wishes to speak to her. Right now he does not. Yet I'll admit to a moment of professional curiosity. You have played the game of boasts with the other hopefuls. Which of them do you believe is Laredel? Is he Firebird in disguise? I see. Is it clever, then? Do not be too quick to answer. When you join the House of Reveries, you leave behind all your former identity. For some, this includes the gender they were once known as. So tell me, is Laredel clever?
No.
Feathermoth, then? Think carefully of all you know about Laredel. All Renaid has told you, and all you have read in her journal. Yes, I am aware of the journal as well. Is Feathermoth the Mer you both seek?
Yeah.
Interesting. You know, of course, I cannot divulge the name of any member of the House of Reveries, hopeful or no. To reveal their identity is grounds for expulsion. Laredel chose his own path. You must ask Renaid to abandon her search.
I don't think she'll be dissuaded.
Then tell her this truth, as it was told to me. Laredel has always envied her talent with magic. That envy is why he left, and why he wishes never to see her again. The truth is harsh, but it is my hope it will free Renaid to follow her dreams.
Oh, tell her what you told me.
Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, the Grand Maestro is gathering our hopefuls in the amphitheater for their final audition. I would prefer you not attend. We have played our game, but there is no place here for a juggler using magic daggers.
Quest items. Head. 1760. Oh, I see, that's not actually collections appearance. Where is Tom?
Oh, hello. Sorry for wandering away. I've been so worried about finding my brother, I thought I'd take a moment to just breathe. I always find the sea so calming. Oh, drat. I was hoping she wouldn't discover you. She's a mage, you know. We recognize our own, and magic comes off her in waves powerful enough that even a blind novice would notice. Well, what did she say?
He left because he envies you. He doesn't want to speak with you.
But that's ridiculous! Laredale and I, we've always been together. The only time we were apart were the 3 minutes between when I was born and he was. No, that's ludicrous. Laredale never envied me. He was better than me. Alchemy is lying to you.
She said Laredale should choose his own path. She asked us to let him do that.
Absolutely not. Can you imagine one of the top mages of our generation doing parlor tricks for wine-gobbling nobles? It would be a crime against Summerset. No, we must bring him to his senses. Tell me, what name has he taken here?
I think he's that.
Thank you, I suppose. It's now clear Laredale has lost his way. He has truly lost himself in this fantasy of becoming a thespian. No matter. We shall solve this at the final audition. Once I reveal Laredale with magic, he'll have to leave with me.
You'd really force him against his wishes?
This is bigger than desires, and joining the Sapiarchs isn't just my dream. It was once Laredale's too. We both long to study magic with the best in Summerset, and he's just forgotten. Yes. Once his identity is revealed to all, the House of Reveries cannot allow him to join. That is their requirement, is it not? To keep their identity secret? Once the spell they've cast on him is broken, I'm certain Laredale will leave with me.
And she's a mage, you would think she'd be expecting it. Where is she?
I seem to recall asking you not to come. I'm sorry, but I can't allow you to take the stage. I'll publicly withdraw my sponsorship if I have to. However, is everything with Renaid all right? Did you come here to tell me something? She what? Why, that stubborn, unrelenting... Oh, no. We can't cancel, and I can't allow my hopefuls to be unmasked. It would ruin them. Please, take the stage. I know some magic. I can use it to redirect Renaid's spell to unmask you and...
May the audition begin. Simply unforgivable. You are henceforth banished from Relenthil. Return and your freedom shall be forfeit.
You! How could you? You betrayed me.
Leave our sacred stage at once, before I have you wrapped in chains.
Spelling it's alchemy. Above. So it's spelling that alchemy is actually the brother.
Has she left? Has Renaid departed for Lilandro? Did I do the right thing? Was it right to lie to her about who I was? What if she never forgives me?
So it's you.
I suppose there's no denying that now. Though I'd ask you, please, don't share it with the others. When I joined the House of Reveries over a year ago, I gave up being Laredel. I am alchemy, but my sister, well, she had other plans for me.
Why lie to her?
We're twins. We've always been together. But while she loves studying and solitude, I hate it. I love crowds and people and noise. To join the stuffy sapiarchs, there's no greater punishment. Yet Renaid craves it. How could I take her dream away?
How would you do that?
She needs us together. If I refuse to join the sapiarchs and tell her I want to stay here, she'll give up her dream. She'll sacrifice her happiness for mine and be miserable. I can't do that to her. I'm lost. What should I do? Should I tell her?
If you're worried she won't leave, let her join the sapiarchs, then tell her.
Will she? I'm terrified she won't, but you're right. Allowing her to think I envy her magic, that I don't want to be with her, that's far worse. Please.
It's still all empty. Yeah, damn it. Alright. Let's go and make it right with her.
The savior of Skywatch. The Heritance training camp crushed. Come to gloat over my misfortune? Or does alchemy simply want to make sure I leave town? No matter. Neither of you need worry about me any longer. My brother wants nothing to do with me, and I'll respect that. I depart for Lilandril today.
Don't leave yet.
Why now, after everything? Fine. I'll listen, if only to give her a piece of my mind for keeping my brother from me. If Laredale is truly set upon joining the House of Reveries, he should have told me instead of running away. I deserve a goodbye.
You do, and she'll be along.
I don't understand any of this, but I do know you involved yourself in a matter that you had no need to. And I suppose you were trying to help. That deserves some recompense. Take this for your efforts. I won't trouble you again. Renai, wait. We must speak. If you wish to speak on Laredale's behalf, speak. I have no time for games.
I must apologize, Renaid. I wasn't honest with you. Laredale never envied your ability with magic. He feared you wouldn't join the Sapiarchs if he insisted on remaining here.
How can I believe a word you say? If Laredale truly believed that, he would speak to me himself.
I am speaking with you, Rinny.
Laredale? But how?
I've been a member for over a year now, and I should never have lied to you. I feared... Well, what I feared doesn't matter anymore. I'm going to tell you the truth, all of it.
You had best do so at once, little brother. Little sister. If this is truly what you wanted, why not just tell me? All I want is for you to be happy.
Then perhaps we can both be happy now, even if we must be apart.
But first, let us sit by the sea. I feel like there's much for us to talk about.
I must talk with my sister, but feel free to visit me in the Manor of Masks. I'd love to have a chat any time.
Job done. Family reunited. There is that quest, which is pretty much one of the first ones picked up. So I really should go do it. What the hell? Come on. Clear out some of these quests, make room for more. So quest log was full. I've had to bypass so many quest markers. It's ridiculous. Come on, get your stamina back, Ride.
Look away, Paradon. You're sucking the fun out of this whole affair.
Are you trying to marinate before the giant salamander roasts you?
Right, off to a vineyard. I'm going to go left. This does indeed look like a vineyard. So it must be just up the hill here.
An examiner's quorum needs 3 members. You both know this.
Not this again.
It's not just superstition, Soraville. We need outside perspective.
So, what?
And just like that, Oriel provides. Greetings, Caraval. I am Chief Juris Reeve Tarnamir of the Divine Prosecution. Or at least I was, in the long ago. I know this is unorthodox, but perhaps you'd be interested in helping us.
What's going on?
As you can see, a murder took place here. My protégés, Lorne and Soraville, came to investigate, but I fear they may lack perspective. The particulars of this murder... Forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. They need fresh eyes. Yours, I believe.
What would I have to do?
You would take on the duties of the Adminan, the listening eye. An auspicious role. The Adminan serves as the fulcrum, balancing competing theories. They also collect evidence, interview suspects and the like. What do you say?
You're right.
I thank the divines that you've agreed to help. This murder weighs heavy on all of us. The victim, Elamorian, was not well liked. Many locals may lift a glass to his passing. But the assassin, the Ghost of the Green, that's altogether different.
The Ghost of the Green?
Better to ask Lorne about it. Capturing the ghost was her obsession for a time. The fact that he's returned does not sit well with her. I can say no more. I don't want to prejudice your impressions. The Adminan should bring a fresh perspective.
Okay, what can you tell me about Lorne and Soraville?
They're the most gifted investigators I've ever trained. Soraville has keen eyes and solid instincts when it comes to reading people. Good at finding pressure points, you know? As for Lorne, she has a mind like a dwarven puzzle box. For Lorne, logic is an art. She's clinical in her sensibilities, precise. Many of us have come to rely on magical inquiry to solve crimes. She relies on her wits and intuition instead. Of course, this case presents unique challenges.
Unique challenges? Do go on.
Lorne and Soraville drifted apart shortly after they caught the original Ghost of the Green. It's a complicated matter, not my story to tell. Suffice it to say, this case cuts deep, and Lorne seems distracted. I hope you can help her keep her wits.
This Ghost of the Green.
Better to ask Lorne about it. Capturing the ghost was her obsession.
Alright. And I think we'll leave it there. And we'll solve this murder next time. And do plenty more side quests. Yeah. Let's log out. Okay, so that was cool. Knocked off some of those side quests and got extra protection for the Crystal Tower. Oh, shame I didn't get to see Irene, but yeah, she might still make a token appearance. That'd be nice. Okay, I'm about done. Like I said earlier, if you want to know about ESO builds and stuff, which is kind of, you know, planned out builds and making the best of your character, is something I just haven't done. I've just randomly chucked skill points and championship points to where I figure they should go. But if you want to know about good builds and armor sets and all that kind of stuff, really check out the Tech and Junk channel on Twitch. He knows pretty much everything. He's got all his builds mapped out, so you can use them, and streams ESO a lot. So yeah, if you need to know anything about ESO, I reckon that's the place to go. Okay, enough waffling from me. I am out of here.